Good morning to all. This is Dr. Srinivasrao, Kasi Somayajala. I would like to take today class for financial accounting. Financial accounting means financial accounting is a continuity process to the organization. Regarding process is being called as accounting. Each and every business concern makes several transactions, lakhs of transactions every day. All these business transactions are being not possible to remember forever. For that purpose, these business transactions are being recorded in a accounting books. Such recording process is being called a financial accounting. Financial accounting is a continuity process of identifying, recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, and reporting economic information to the decision makers in the form of financial statements. It is a continuity process, not for end or two transactions. Each and every transaction is being prepared in a proper book. That is being called as a accounting, financial accounting. Financial accounting is an information system that measures business activities, process information, and communicates financial information to the decision makers and stakeholders who are directly or indirectly involved in that business organization. All business stakeholders, the accounting information provided in a proper way. And accounting helps in decision making by showing where and when money has been spent, by evaluating performance, and by showing the implications of choosing one plan instead of another. One organization how to gather financial funds and how to utilize financial funds, where and when these financial funds are being utilized. Such type of document evidence produced in this accounting records. The accounting records also create responsibility of accountability of accountant. Those who are written such transaction, he is being accountable such transaction whenever, wherever it necessary. Okay. And accounting is in a science, accounting is in a art, accounting is in a language. Accounting is in a science, it should be having some principles, some rules and regulations, some systematical formats, some concepts and conventions. Because of all people who are interested to view or to understood about that accounting records, they should be understood. Everyone should follow universal format. That should be explained through the accounting concepts. Accounting concepts is one of the business entity concept. Under this business entity concept, there is a slight difference between organization and owner. In third party point of view, both are being same. But in accounting point of view, the organization and owner is being separate entities. As an accountant, he should be recorded all these business transactions in organization point of view only. In this regard, according to this concept, the business, if the owner invests any money to the organization, that should be denoted as a capital. If the owner withdraw cash or goods from the firm for his personal use, then it will be denoted as a drawings. So, this business entity concept is being explained to differentiate between the owner and organization. And another one is the going concern concept. According to this concept, all these business transactions are being going on forever, not for ended one or two transactions. But accordingly, the business transactions are being recorded in this proper books. And third one is the money measurement concept. All these business transactions are being recorded in monetary values only. Different quantities are there. Such different quantities are being multiplied with respect to unit price and converted into monetary value. Such monetary values are being taken into the consideration while recording the accounting process. And according to this money measurement concept, only monetary transactions are being recorded. Economic transactions are being recorded in accounting books. Non-economic transactions, that means human being feelings, attitudes like that, these are not being taken into the consideration. And accounting period concept. According to this accounting period concept, entire business life is being split into small periods. Each period becomes an accounting period. Generally, every business concern taken 12 months equivalent to 1 year. 1 year period is equivalent to 1 account period. That may be started from calendar year 1st January to 31st December or 1st April to 31st March, like that. According that they choose it. Accounting next. Cost concept. Cost concept means according to this concept, each and every business concern recorded in their books only whatever the amount actually paid, that only recorded in the accounting books. Its original price, its market price should not be taken into the consideration. That is being explained under this cost concept. Dual aspect concept. Under this concept, each and every business transaction is being divided into two parts, two aspects. One is the debit aspect and second one is the credit aspect. Every debit aspect is equivalent to the credit aspect. That should be explained under this dual aspect concept. Accounting equation. According to this concept, assets, all assets is being equivalent to the outsiders liabilities plus owner's equity. That is being called as assets is equal to owner's equity plus outsiders liabilities. This is called the accounting equation. And realization concept. Under this concept, whatever the transaction it is, such actually released, actually dispatched from sellers to buyer, then only such transactions is being recorded in accounting books. In this sales advance or post paid, that should not be not delivered goods, such transactions should not be recorded in the accounting books. And matching concept. Whatever the transactions happen, such transactions are being recorded on that year only. Previous year or future year transaction should not be recorded in this year. That should be explained this matching concept. And accounting conventions. Conventions are concepts are being mandatory to follow. Conventions are being likely to be the suggestions usually followed by the preceding generation, and the same is being followed by the subsequent generation. Accounting conventions are the common practices which are universally followed in recording and presenting accounting information of business. It helps in comparing accounting data of different business or of the same units for different periods. Materiality. Whatever the business transaction it is, in that business transaction, any irrelevant or unnecessary information is there, that should be eliminated and ignored. Only whatever the relevant information, that only taken into the consideration. That should be explained under this materiality. And full disclosure. Accordingly, this convention, all the whatever the information it is, that should be important to the viewers or business organization, that should be disclosed to the financial statements, whether it is in a transaction form of transaction or in form of footnote. Don't be hide any transaction. Okay, and conservatism. Conservatism means under this convention, only taken contingent profits should not be taken into the accounting books, but contingency reserves, that means provisions should be provided for contingency losses. That should be expressed under this conservatism. Constancy. Whatever the methods it is, whatever the system followed, that every year that should be followed. It should not be differentiated between 1 year to another year. If you have to change like this, automatically it is very difficult to compare them one organization results to another organization results, as well as 1 year results to another year results of the same organization. And accounting is in a language. Accounting is in a language. It has some terminology. All the people must be use this terminology only. Okay, because of it is being universal language, it should be understood to each and every person wherever they have to verify that. So one of the important terminologies is called goods. Goods means whatever the things we have to purchase. The main purpose is for resale. Whatever the things it is being purchased for resale or resale purpose, whatever things we have to purchase, all are being comes under this one single term called as goods. Okay, the term goods are being classified into 4 subgroups. One is the purchase, sales, purchase return, and sales returns, and assets. The main purpose of purchasing the things are being for utilizing into the business for a long time period is called the assets. Whatever the things you have to purchase, all the items are being purpose is for utilizing into the business for a long time period is called the assets. Assets also be classified into three groups. One is the current assets, fixed assets, and intangible assets. Current assets and fixed assets are being comes under this one head called the tangible assets. Tangible assets means those assets which are being physically seen, verified, touched, and identified. Such assets are being called as tangible assets. Tangible assets are being divided into two types. One is the current assets, fixed assets. Current assets mean those assets which are being converted into cash within 1 year period is called as current assets. Example, cash at bank, bills receivables, debtors, closing stock, like this. And fixed assets, those assets which are being retained into the business for a long time period is called as fixed assets. Land and examples of fixed assets are land and building, furniture and fitting, machinery, like this. Intangible assets. Intangible assets means these assets could not be seen physically, not identified, but these assets are being indirectly supported for the organization. That is called as intangible assets. Examples are goodwill, patent, copyrights, and trademarks. And accounting systems. Accounting, the business transactions are being happen every day in a large number. All these business transactions are being not possible to remember forever. These business transactions are being recorded in a proper books. That recording system is being called as a accounting process. There are the two types of accounting systems are there. One is the single entry system and second one is the double entry system. Single entry system means only few transactions are being recorded in a accounting books, such as owing to the firm and owing by the firm. Under this system, it is not a scientific system. Under this system, we could not be find out exactly accurate business results or financial position of the firm. And double entry system. Double entry system means it is a scientific system. Under this system, each and every transaction is being divided into two aspects. One is the debit aspect and another one is the credit aspect. All these two aspects are being recorded in a accounting book and maintain proper systems, rules and regulations. Under this system, we can be find out exact profit, accurate profit, accurate business results, as well as the financial position of the firm. Under this double entry system, the accounting transactions are being classified into various aspects. Which account is being debited, which account is being credited. For a determination purpose, they are given some principles, three types of principles. That is called the double entry principles. One is a personal account. Personal account, it includes all persons, firms, banks, companies, and representative persons. Under this personal account principle is debit the receiver and credit the giver. Real account. Under this real account, all assets are being, whether it is in a current assets, fixed assets, or intangible assets, all assets are being included under this real account, categorized into real account. The principle of real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Nominal account. It includes all expenses and losses and incomes and gains. The principle of nominal account is debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. These are the accounting principles. And accounting cycle. Accounting is a continuity process. It is being not ended one or two transactions. So this is being called as accounting cycle. Whenever the transaction happens, that should be recorded in this journal, ledger, trial balance, trading account, and profit and loss account, balance sheet. These are the continuity circle. Journal. Whenever the transaction happens, that should be recorded in this book. This is also called as a first entry book. These transactions are being classified into various accounts. That group of accounts are being recorded in ledger. After completion of particular end of the period, the ledger account balance are being summarized and prepared. One summarized statement is called as a trial balance. From the trial balance, every year, end of the ending date, they have to prepare final accounts, trading account and profit and loss account and balance sheet. These balance sheet transactions are being transferred to journal as a opening entry of next year. These are being continuity process called as a accounting cycle. One is the journal. It is in a list in chronological order of all transactions for a business. The journal means whatever the transactions it is, that should be recorded in this book. This is also called a first entry book or diary. It is in a chronological order, day wise. Day wise, all the transactions are being recorded in this book. The process is identify transaction from source documents. Whatever the transaction it is, that should be must be having some documents such as invoice, cash bill, like that. Specify accounts affected. What type of account is being specified in this? They have to identify that accounts. Then apply debit credit rules. Which account is being debited, which account is being credited. Accordingly, that double entry principles you have to apply, and record transactions with the description. This is the journal format. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. Okay, in this date format, year top side and month left side and date right side you can write. In a particular column, at first you can write debit aspect account data to credit aspect account. Okay. Then third way you can write that narration. Narration means summarization of that transaction. This is called a journal entry. And ledger. Ledger means it is a classification process. Under this journal, transactions have been recorded in a chronological order. In a particular account position, in a particular date, we cannot be find out from this journal. For that purpose, these journal transactions are being classified into various accounts and recorded in separate accounts. That is called the ledger. It is in a digest of all accounts utilized by an entity during an accounting period. Ledger is in a group of related accounts kept current in a systematical manner. It is called the ledger. Ledger format. Date, particulars, ledger folio, amount, date, particulars, ledger folio amount. And left hand side is being taken as a debit and the right hand side is being taken as a credit. All these generalized transactions are being posted into ledger. After completion of that, we have to carry forward the balances, ledger account balances. Balances means difference between total left side amounts and total right side amounts at any particular time is called as a balance. Okay, trial balance. Under this trial balance, after completion of particular period, a listing of all accounts which balances at the end of the accounting period after all transactions have journalized and posted, that will be prepared one summarized statement. This is called as a trial balance. Okay. After trial balance means trial balance is in a statement prepared with the debit and credit balances of ledger accounts to test the arithmetical accuracy of the books. It may also be prepared with the debit and credit totals of ledger accounts and also with the balances and totals of ledger account. If the total of debit and credit amount column is equal, we assume all books of accounts to be arithmetically correct, but do not take it as a conclusive proof of arithmetical accuracy. This is called a trial balance. Trial balance, some of the accounts are being showing as a debit balance, some of the accounts are being showing as a credit balance. Okay, debit balance showing accounts are assets, expenses, drawings, purchase, sales returns, debit debtors, bills receivables, cash and bank balances, bad debts, opening stock, depreciation. These are being showing as a debit balances. And credit balances are showing as all liabilities, incomes, capital, sales, purchase return, creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft, bad debts reserve. These are being showing as credit balances. After preparation of trial balance, we have to prepare that final accounts. That is called a trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Okay, trading account prepared for knowing the accurate gross results of the business transactions. In this, debit side to opening stock, to purchase less purchase returns, wages, to customs and import duty, carriage expenses, royalty, manufacturing expenses, packaging expenses, all are being showing in debit side. In credit side, only two items are coming by sales as well as the closing stock. The net result, if the credit total is more than debit total, then it comes as a gross profit. This is being carried forward to profit and loss account. Profit and loss account is the continuous form of trading account. In profit and loss account, credit side by gross profit, by non-operating income, interest received, commission received, discount received, like that. In debit side, salaries, rent, commission, advertisements, bad debts, discount, all are this. That means selling expenses, office and administration expenses, losses, all are being written in debit side. The difference between profit and loss account is being showing as a net profit or net loss. It is being transferred to balance sheet to capital account. Balance sheet. Balance sheet is being showing as an organization's financial position. Okay. In this, current assets are being showing in that cash in hand, cash at bank, prepaid expenses, bills receivable, sundry debtors, closing stock. All are being called in the current assets. After that, fixed assets, finished goods, plant and machinery, furniture, land and buildings are being comes as a fixed assets. In liability side, only showing as an outside liabilities. Bank overdraft, outstanding expenses, bills payable, sundry creditors, all are being called as a current liabilities. Then long-term loans, mortgage loans like this, and capital. In this capital, we have to add net profit and interest on capital and direct drawings. Then net capital can show outside. In balance sheet means the total assets is equal to total liabilities as well as the owner's equity. So this is going to the trial balance. Thank you.